Why did I choose this song? Well, the song is The Fear by Lily Allen. And funnily, when we were thinking about songs to choose, I was listening through my playlists on Spotify, actually, and I'd come up with a couple, and then I came across this, and as soon as I heard the opening bars, I really like her. I like her as an artist. I like her vibe. I like her energy, and I remembered the lyrics, and I could remember the video. And what I remembered from the video was her there in her caravan with her cute little dress and imagining this amazing life ahead of her, but almost I'm not coming up with the word right now, like a conflict of what she was feeling, that she was imagining this, the grandeur and the stuff and the wealth and the success, but the conflict of, when will things settle down and I'll kind of get over being terrified of this. So yeah, that was kind of what I chose. And it's a bit jaunty song. So.
I wanna be rich and I want lots of money. I don't care about clever, I don't care about funny. I want loads of clothes and fuck loads of diamonds. I heard people die while they're trying to find them, and I'll take my clothes off.
Two things strike me in that opening, whatever verse is that, the first line, I want to be rich and I want lots of money. It's like, yeah, me too. And it's just screaming of outside in thinking.
Oh yeah.
And then this loads of clothes and fuckloads of diamonds, and I heard people die while they're trying to find them. It's just like a commentary on like how convinced society is about what's important, even at the expense of people's lives. Like, and the use of the explicit language is just like the complete disdain or ambivalence or disregard for, who cares? It's just like, there's just that such, that's the amazing thing with swear words, right? They just put such an emphasis on what it is that you're conveying. So, and then in the back of my mind, I'm just like thinking like, wow, this person is lost.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the first thing that struck me there was, well, first of all, when you see her, so there she's, what is she? I have no idea how old she was in this, but maybe she's 20 years old or something, for example. So, and this is my aspiration, that I'm going to have something, like you say, that is probably harmful to other people, but what the hell, without using the other word, totally outside in, and totally, this is what society is telling me I have to have, and regardless. And it's the, I want that, and I don't care. So I want this thing, and I don't care about clever, and I don't care about funny. So it's like, I don't care about me, essentially. It's that stuff, it's the stuff, it's the outside there stuff. So yeah.
More or less, that's the kind of stuff I'm hearing as well. I so like, okay, I want to be rich, I want lots of money, right, boom, right in the outside in misunderstanding, and the sort of as Jamie Smart would say, I think he believes it's something like 90% of the whole total population, human population, live in a misunderstanding, and boom, there it is. There's the misunderstanding. And that has become like that's the illusion of reality. And it's sort of like the kind of sign, it's sort of like, well, that's how it is, so be it. And that's what we're dealing with. Like you guys, we know it's somewhere else, of course, but so it's like a sort of you've already stuck a hammer on your toe. That's just it. There's no other way than that. And I don't care about clever, and I don't care about funny. Don't care about clever. It sounds to me like, you see, if I have to be clever, I might have to do a bit of hard work, bit of studying, bit of learning, bit of understanding, bit of, bit of hard grind to get to where I want to be. And don't care about funny. Maybe funny is could be because if you're nice, if you're funny, if you're pleasant, you can also connect better to people, sort of create a relationship, create a life kind of thing. But she doesn't care about that. It's like it's stuck there. And then the last two lines of that, I want loads of clothes and F loads of diamonds. And she says, I heard people die while they're trying to find them. What I read was, but I heard people die while they're trying to find them. So that sounded like me, one just immense double bind. You see, on the one hand, I want this stuff, but the other hand, Christ, I could die if I do this. So now what do I do? So, and the song seems to go on in that sense, but the conclusion is certainly not an insight. It's just, oh Christ, this is really shit scary.
Yeah, scary. Yeah.
Clothes of diamonds. I heard people die while they're trying to find them. And I'll take my clothes off, and it will be shameless, because everyone knows that's how you get famous. I'll look at the sun and I'll look in the mirror. I'm on the right track, yeah, I'm on to a winner. I don't know.
It's almost when it's not quite a ponderance there, but I'll look at the sun and I'll look at the mirror, and convincing myself I'm on the right track, I'm onto a winner. So despite the fact that the truckloads of diamonds, people might die, I'm not clever, I'm not funny, it's okay. It's still kind of okay. I'm in the right direction is where she is currently at, until she moves on in a moment.
Yeah, to me this is like doubling down with a bad hand in poker or something. It's like the mass confusion as to that this is the right track and this is the winner. It's and kind of the notion of not to cast judgment on anyone for what they do, but taking off my clothes and it will be shameless, like traditional morality, virtues, things like that. It's like anything to make the money. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm willing to do it, and that's in this day and age. And I think of social media and stuff like this, because everyone knows that's how you get famous. It's like going viral or being controversial or doing things that are outside the acceptable norms is how you get famous these days. Pushing boundaries. It's just an interesting mindset.
Yeah.
And certainly not the right track or how to be a winner.
No.
Yeah.
And even the notion that I'll take my clothes off and it will be shameless, but it's what I have to do. And yeah, you're right. It's like doubling down. This is what I've been told. This is what I've heard. This is going to get me somewhere. So those are the things I have to do. That's what I have to do regardless. Yeah.
And as a father of a teenage daughter, it's like, it's scary to think that this is the world that kids are growing up in, where they're posting things on social media or texting things to each other. Like I'm so grateful that I didn't grow up in this modern era where everything you do is captured on video and posted for the world to see. So I've done some pretty stupid things in my time.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. And the whole outside, the whole society influence, I'm looking out there, and these are all the messages, and this is what's telling me that this is the way to go. Elaine, sorry.
That's okay. No, and just noticing that it's almost as if the second verse from, and I'll take my clothes off, is kind of just reinforcing the idea that she's just totally unaware of the power and impact of her own thoughts and feelings, the impact of her thoughts on her feelings and behavior. It's kind of getting it's sort of, again, here it already starts sort of a song's little introduction, and now we're sort of getting right into it now, like, I'm going to insist on this, like, this is the only way forward. And just totally oblivious, let's say, of the impact that, every line she says, it's sort of more impact. Yeah, this is how I think about this, and that's going to reflect on my behavior and my feelings as well.
I'm on to a winner. I don't know what's right and what's real anymore. I don't know how I'm meant to feel anymore.
So there, for me, this is when where you were just saying, Elaine, there's almost no awareness of, her thoughts and her feelings and the impact. So now I don't know what's right and what's real. So that and I don't know what's right and what's real, and I don't know how I'm meant to feel. Total lack of clarity. I mean, if there's any instances of contaminated thinking, it's all here. And when do you think it will become clear? When will I see another way? Is what that says to me. And the next line, which we haven't gotten to yet, because I'm being taken over by the fear. So, I'm seeing all this stuff that people are telling me I'm supposed to do to be something, but it's like a little bit, I'm kind of confused. When will I know what to do? It's scary. Like you just said, Greg, you have a teenage daughter who's looking at things, and this is scary. Is this what my life's supposed to be? But total lack of clarity.
Yeah, and sounds to me as well. It's like the which I don't know how I'm meant to feel anymore. Well, meant to feel according to whom? Like again, like as if she sort of, she hasn't got direction or guidance. Forgetting that the direction and guidance comes from within, not from something out there or the circumstance out there. Yeah.
Well, that's what I take. It's like the first two verses is like, this is how I'm living because it's the way I'm supposed to live according to society. And then this verse is like, hang on a second, this isn't really working the way I was told it would work. I'm not feeling what I'm supposed to be feeling. It's not paying off. And now I'm confused. I thought I knew what was right and real, and I thought I was clear, and realizing I'm not. And then this, this is where the fear comes in. Is like, now it's scary because I'm lost.
Yeah. Greg, were you aware that what came up before was actually your beautiful I love coaching, whatever
Superman.
It is, your Superman thing? Not the music came through, but not the image.
Oh,
the video.
No, I wasn't aware of that. That's okay. As long as the sound, well, it doesn't really matter the sound or the video, because in terms of the recording, because I'll edit that back in later. But yeah, cool. Keep me apprised as to what you're seeing. I seem to be having a bad day on the technical side of things today.
It's Greg.
The techie gremlins are in the house.
That was some kind of subliminal advertising, I think.
Yeah.
I think we should keep it.
Buy popcorn now, like they used to do at the movies.
Yes.
Life's about film stars and less about mothers. It's all about fast cars and cussing each other. But it doesn't matter, cause I'm packing plastic, and that's what makes my life so fucking fantastic. And I am a weapon of massive consumption, and it's not my fault, it's how I'm programmed to function. I look at the sun.
Total misunderstanding. And almost the song seems to move into where it's first a kind of like, well, I'm sort of questioning myself whether this is so like the double bind at the beginning. On the one side there's this, and then on the other side, for God's sake, I might die while I'm trying to do all of this. But now it's like, oh no, this is how it is. It doesn't matter, because I'm packing plastic. and then again, double bind here as well. That's what makes my life so effing fantastic. Like the irony on that, I think is like, you know, it's nothing matters anyway. It's what I know I really want it on the one hand, but this is all I've got. So again, the stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea, sort of.
And then what I felt there, and life's about film stars and less about mothers, and you know, there's a whole values question there, like what is it all about? You know, that's more important than that. And then when it moves on to where you just were, Elaine, and you referred to this a minute ago, I am a weapon. I am a weapon of massive consumption. It's not my fault. It's how I'm programmed to function. So, you know, your point earlier was she really isn't aware of her own thoughts and feelings, and that she has any control over them, any, you know, it's that her own responsibility in her own life almost. It's, you know, it's all, this is how it is. It's all, I'm in the machine. I'm part of the machine. I'm part of this machine, and it's how I'm told to be, and it's how I'm being, regardless of the fact that I see, you know, there's harm and the values aren't correct. And it's
and how she, you know, she looks in the mirror, but what she sees is, you know, the you know, again, the illusion of a personal thought, which is all out there. It's all the crap out there, the contamination, and how it's you know, going back to the idea, if you can understand why somebody is, you know, really in a terrible state of fear, it's not my fault. It's how I'm programmed to function. I have no choice, none whatsoever.
No choice.
And I have no control over this. And again, we all know that once there's a situation of no control, the next stage is just pure panic. When you feel you have no control over it, or anything that your very self do. So despite the kind of very upbeat music, which I kind of like, I love the rhythm, and I love the, you know, there's this like going on in the background.
The imagery in the video too is all nice and light and fun.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not my fault, it's how I'm programmed to function. I look at the sun and I look in the mirror. I'm on the right track, yeah, we're on to a winner. I don't know what's right and what's real anymore. And I don't know how I'm meant to feel anymore. When do you think it will all become clear? I'm being taken on the battlefield.
I mean, the way this song's structured, it's like two verses, then this chorus. I don't know what's right, and what's real anymore. And there's kind of this back and forth. Then it's two choruses of like, no, this is the way it is. And then there's the doubt again. And so it's, I almost see that double bind kind of, you know, a couple verses on one side of the double bind, and then a chorus on the other side going like, this is right. No, this isn't right. This is right. No, this isn't right.
Yeah.
So it's quite cleverly constructed, I think.
Yeah. Well, also that little bit in the video there, I have no idea. I could be making this up, but it's interesting that that's where she gets the, I don't know what's right and what's real again. And she's dancing in the middle, and all the other people in the boxes, you know, they can't see anything. Nothing is clear for them.
Yeah.
So I kind of caught that, and I'm like, wonder if they did that on purpose. You know, it's like there's confusion abounds, like people can't see anything.
Yeah, to me it was all that scene is like it felt like a Alice in Wonderland kind of fantasy kind of feel. Yeah. Interesting.
Forget about guns and forget ammunition, 'cause I'm killing them all. on my own little mission. Now I'm not a saint, but I'm not a sinner. And everything's cool as long as I'm getting thinner. I don't know what's right and what's real anymore. And I don't know how I'm meant to feel anymore. And when do you think it will all become clear? 'Cause I'm being taken over by that fear.
Aside from back to the chorus there, in the third part there, where it starts, forget about guns and forget ammunition. Now I'm not a saint and I'm not a sinner. It's like I'm kind of not one thing or the other. I'm following this mirage almost, this illusion, and kind of going along with things. And what's really interesting at the end there is when there's the plumes of smoke and the big house is wrapped in a bow, like, oh, here it is. And there's just, clarity did not come. There's confusion all around. It's weird.
Yeah. And from the images of her walking through the sort of the smoke and the clouds and the sort of the hullabaloo going on in the background, the dancing, the balloons, the partying, the everything, like just watching it right now, one word came to mind, which was connection, or lack thereof. Yeah.
This whole idea of the fear, and the fear as being kind of the driving factor behind wanting the money, or wanting to play out the program that society has created for you, wanting to be thinner. This line, now everything is cool as long as I'm getting thinner. I thought, wow, that's such a dangerous line right there. But it's like it's just a commentary, I guess, on what you see in the world, with the fear of not being thin, the fear of not having money, the fear of not getting likes on social media. I don't know, whatever it is that, it really points for me to people not knowing who they are, and going down the wrong track, to think to get what they're missing. What they're searching for is not down that path.
Yeah. So basically, things haven't changed since the time of Twiggy.
Oh, way before that. It's that striving for the extrinsic everything, whilst jeopardizing any intrinsic happiness or connection to yourself, or knowing or being. You mentioned connection, Elaine, and clearly her connection to herself is probably faltering at best, you would think.
Oh, well, there's another song in the books.
There's one down.
Yeah, enjoyed that.
Yep. Cool.